Well, good evening and welcome back to the Lothian Photography channel. Back out again this week, trying desperately to find something new to photograph within West Lothian. And believe you me, I am starting to run short of ideas. Fortunately, we've only got another month or so of it to go, hopefully. Unless they start telling us, no you can't, which, you know, always a danger, but we'll have to live with it when it happens. So yeah, I've come up to a place called a Pates Hill wind farm, which is right up in the hills above West Calder. And we're really here, we're sitting right out on the border between West Lothian and North Lanarkshire, which if I turn round, that's North Lanarkshire behind me there. Sun shining on North Lanarkshire. If I turn around the other way, you can make out the Oakville Hills, just along along there somewhere. And then if I spin the camera around a tad, we're looking right across West Lothian. What can you see there? You can just make out, if you're on a phone you probably can't see this, but down here we've got the big mast over at Cairnpapel. If you remember from, when was that, about a month ago in the snow, maybe 2 months? I can't remember. Might even have been back as far back as January. And that one there, that bing is called the Five Sisters. And I might try and get a shot of that for another vlog at some point. I quite like it from here. I've never really looked at it from this angle, but that's called the Five Sisters bing. All these 5 points. And it is just an old industrial shale bing, but they're protected monuments these days. Industrial monuments. So yeah, we'll have a wee wander around. I've got a few ideas for pictures that I want to take. I suspect there'll be nothing particularly original when it comes to wind turbines, but there's not even much wind up here today. I'll try and catch some at sunset, which is maybe about an hour or so away from now. Yeah, so see what we can get. So that's me all set up for the first shot of the day. Now, I'm going to try something a bit different today. It's something I saw online, but I've never tried it before, so I really don't know if it's going to work or not. But I'll show you the video I've got just now, the movie rather. There we go. So we're looking at this this windmill over here, obviously, sitting up here on the rule of thirds. We've got the horizon here on the other rule of thirds. Now, what I'm wanting to do is actually take multiple exposures of this windmill and stack them in Photoshop so that we get a kind of like a dandelion effect on the blades as it goes round. So the guy that I saw on the internet, he took roughly 700 shots I think and stacked them. I'm not going to do that, partly because I don't have time and partly because I can't be bothered. So I'm just going to take, I think I cut it down to 40, maybe 60. I think it was 60. Stack them up so that we can get the blades moving around. So what I've done, I've put it onto the interval timer, which you would usually use for when you're doing. Let me stand up here because I'm getting sore. Which you would usually use for when you're doing like time lapses and whatnot. But rather than do the time lapse, I'm just going to stack them all up. So let me switch that movie off. Okay, now what I've got here is my own shadow right in the way, so I've put a kind of 3-second timer. You get the shadow of the tripod as well, will be in there, but hopefully all this grass that's here will break that up a bit. That's the other reason why I've got the tripod down low. But yeah, hopefully this will work. Right, off we go. Like I said, I've got a 3-second timer at the start for me to kind of run out of the way, but you'll see this picture before I do. Right, here we go. I'll just focus up, and oh, actually I'll turn that up just a tad there. Focus up to there, and off we go. it working? Can't tell. Right, let's yeah, I think I'm in the picture. Hello, yes, right, so now for the next shot, I've set up with the camera right down low and I'm pointing at this this puddle here, which is pointing almost directly at the sunset, which is over there, and this windmill, which is straight over here. So hopefully this is going to make quite an interesting shot. I've got the camera right down low to try and cut out some of this scrappy middle ground here, which doesn't look very nice. So if I get down, I'll switch on the movie around the back here, like that, so as you can see what's going on. We've got the windmill here sitting on one of the rule of thirds. We've got the reflection down here sitting on the other one, and I just let the horizon go right across the middle of the picture, just like that. Now the sun is just starting to pop out from behind the cloud there, so I'll just switch off the movie, and I'm going to turn up the aperture. I'm going to take it right up as far as f22, the point being that I should be able to get, with a bit of luck, when the sun comes out from behind its cloud properly, a nice starburst effect. So all I need to do now is sit and wait, and I think that's probably just about it. Right, here we go. Focus up first. Yes, focus on the windmill, and let's go. 1, 2, 3, click. I've come right down to the entrance of the Pace Hill Wind Farm, which is just here. This is the gate in, just behind me here, and I'm looking up at what is basically a wee kind of, I don't know what it is, must be an office block or something like that. First time I came here I thought it was toilets, it's not, but what I'll do, just to let you see what I'm looking at here, if I turn that down to F4 so you can see it, and I'll put on the movie so you can see what we're looking at. Oh, it's very, very dark. I'll tell you what I'll do. I was going to show you, because I've put on this thing, this ND filter. So yeah, you can just about make out a lot better than what we had. We've got the turbine sitting here on this third, we've got the building sitting on this third. I've kind of got the horizon along this third at the bottom as well, just to try and get it, what's the word I'm after? Just to get it stick to the rule of thirds. And the problem I've got with this shot is that it's just too bright there to get a nice kind of blurring effect on the windmill. You see, so I'm going to put on, he said, pretending it wasn't on already before he took it off at the start of the talking to the camera, I'm going to put on this variable filter here, and I'll turn off the movie because that just makes it really dark and you can't see a thing. Alright, I'm going to turn that right up to round about F10, F11. No, that's just too much. That's giving me a 5-second exposure, which will probably blur it just a little too much. I want about 3 seconds, I reckon. So that's F8 is giving me 3.2 seconds. Alright, so let me just focus up again, up there. Oops, missed it. Try again. There. So that's a 4-second exposure now. That's the other thing I didn't say. I'm going to bracket the bottom bit of this picture because it's very dark, as you will have seen, and I'm going to catch the top of it. I'm just going to paste that in from the normal exposure. So we'll see how it looks. It's a bit of a complicated shot, even though the composition's quite easy, but we'll see how it looks. 1, 2, 3, click. So that's it, the sun is starting to go down, and I'm going to have to call it a night at that. I had one other shot I wanted to take, which was looking straight up at one of these turbines, but I don't think it's going to happen. Time's marching on. So that's it. If you've enjoyed it, it would be fantastic if you would do the usual, if you could like, if you could subscribe, if you could check on the wee kind of bell icon, which is, yeah, it's down there, I think, down in that corner somewhere. Yeah, just tick that, and then you'll see everything that I post. Right, that's it. Oh, and comment. I would love it if you could comment. I do appreciate comments. I try and answer every single one. Okay, even if it's just a thank you very much, I will acknowledge that you commented. All right, so yeah, we'll call it a day at that. Bye for now.